95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It is a Wednesday with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Man, what a gorgeous day it was yesterday.
No kidding.
Just beautiful. And why do you say we'd do another one today?
Let's do it.
Another nice warm day. Matter of fact, up to 80 today.
What?
Man, golf course calling my name.
Now, does that mean like we're in these temperatures?
Well,
to
until next week, it's going to be back in the 50s. But no, it's going to be nice next couple of days.
Yeah.
80, wow.
Enjoy.
Absolutely, too. Well, it's not bad now for this time of day. It's partly cloudy and 57 at the country station 95.5 WFMS. 95.5 WFMS. We're just sitting here enjoying a wonderful conversation about next Tuesday, the holiday, is of course called Tax Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Normally, of course, it's on the 15th. That falls on a weekend. Then Monday, there's a reason they don't do it on a Monday, so it's a Tuesday. So
What is the reason they don't do it on Monday?
it goes on.
Mondays are tough enough.
Is that the reason?
Yeah.
It says it online. Mondays are tough enough.
Yeah. So another reason, just to kick the can further down the road. You got till Tuesday to file. It's
Yeah,
fine.
right.
I haven't done it yet. I'm a procrastinator when it comes. I'm not normally one that procrastinates, but I am when it comes to the taxes.
You know, I'm a procrastinator, but I'm not when it comes to money. So I already got my refund.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a refund, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I don't get the refund usually.
Yeah, I usually don't. Usually if it's just $1,000, how many are okay?
Why are you
but-
whispering? That's a lot of money.
I don't want the tax people to hear me.
Oh.
Did he enunciate that like this? $1,000.
See, I don't
What'd
want
you
to
just say?
understand what I'm saying. So we're keeping
Well,
it a
they're
secret
listening.
from tax
Trust
guys.
me, Jim.
He's
They're-
talking in code.
But they can't understand when I speak like that, nor can anyone else. For
Okay,
that matter.
And us included.
Right. So anyway, keep that in mind next Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin on this Wednesday morning.
Surprise!
Yeah. We'll visit the doctor yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
they
Yep,
come out?
had to go to a physical, and I hate all the stuff that's involved in the physical. First you have to get weighed, and then they're like, and I said, "Do I take off my shoes?" It doesn't matter. I'm like, it does matter.
It does matter, yes.
It matters. I weighed myself 2 weeks ago with no shoes, so I'm not having you do it with shoes.
See, I would leave the shoes on when they do the measuring in my height,
Yeah.
and I want to take the shoes off when they do the weight.
Yeah. Well, then I got on, and I didn't understand what the scale said. I go, "What's that mean?" She goes,
yeah, it's those
"It's in
weighted
kilograms."
yeah.
And I'm like, "Good," because I didn't want to know. So then we go into the office. And this is my biggest pet peeve: is she hands you the paper gown and says, "We'll be back in just a few minutes." Like, what's a few minutes?
Yeah,
because
right.
I want to know exactly how much time. I don't want to be caught mid-dressed. Like I'm just,
Hurry up.
I'm still in my undergarments or something. Oh, actually, she said you could leave your undergarments on. But, it's like I turn into Mario Andretti because I'm like, I want my clothes off as fast as I can, get the paper gown on. I want to be sitting on the table and waiting patiently.
Yeah.
So my heart starts to beat fast. It starts to palpitate a little bit because I'm trying to hurry. Then this is the grossest part. They ask for the old, handy little cup. For the old urine sample. Yeah. You go into the bathroom and you have to put your initials on the cup, and there's that little secret door, and you place it in there, and you go to place it in there, and there's somebody else's cup in there.
Oh, no.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Like, get their cup out. There should be a process here.
Yeah.
Not slamming healthcare workers because we all need them, but remove that cup because I didn't need to see somebody else's stuff.
Yeah.
That just grossed me
That's
out.
not the profession you're in.
Yes.
Kind of with you on that. Yeah.
Really? I mean, we've all done that, but I've
Right.
never seen that. I've never had that happen before. So that was my surprise. I was like, no. I know that this is a process. I know they did 1, 2 down the hall, but get theirs out.
You're right. It's here.
They did number 2 down the hall.
No. They did that also.
Also. I was going to say, you saw that in the door, too?
I've never given that kind of sample. Maybe at the vet. So anyways, the whole thing, and by the way, swimmer's ear. Jim, you were right. They flushed my ear out.
Oh, did it help?
If you've never had that done, it's the weirdest feeling.
Yeah. Make you dizzy.
It makes you dizzy.
It hurt,
Yeah.
actually. She said she thinks I might have had, because the water sat there for so long, I might have had an infection or something. So she gave me an antibiotic. So anyway, anybody else want to know what else is going on with me?
No, we'll
Give like a full
pass.
update of my physical.
That's really good. Yeah,
It's nice to see you're not wearing the little paper gown into work
Oh,
today.
no, I gave that up.
Right.
Yeah.
And
But
you have to
here's
dress with the idea of I'm going to have to change quickly, though, too.
I did go
So
in there
real easy
with
to-
yes, I had
Okay.
like a slip-on knit summer dress, so I was able to pull that off pretty quickly.
too.
But I don't like the waiting either. Like I shouldn't wait 40 minutes in the waiting room.
That's why they call it a waiting room.
Well, I know, but
you're
if
going to wait.
If I show up 40 minutes late, you going to see me? Probably not. I'm glad those things are once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although they pointed out it's been 2 years since apparently I skipped 2022.
Well, then you had extra 20 minutes worth of waiting to do from last year.
Yeah, there you go. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin, thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday.
So a federal appeals court ruled yesterday that honking your horn is not free speech. not covered by free speech.
Right.
A woman in California was guilty of honking her horn all the time, and people were saying, "You can't do that. That's annoying. Stop it." And she said, "No, it's part of my free speech. I can do that." And it went all the way to the appeals court,
Really?
and they said, "No, that's not a free
Not a free speech.
No, it's annoying. That'd be like if I sat here and just did this,
Yeah, that's not free speech.
but I claim it to be free speech. That would be wrong.
That's grounds for getting punched.
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
That's
I should stop it then.
That's
I actually
grounds.
don't like. I wish we didn't have the horn because it startles me sometimes. And I think that's dangerous when you're behind the wheel.
I don't use it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Well, I get honked at.
Huh.
It's always somebody who wants me to go the minute we turn like a light shade of green. Like, give me a second.
Light shade of green or
Yeah.
3 seconds, 4
That's not
seconds,
true.
10 seconds.
That's
I'm
not
always
true.
I'm
30
afraid to
seconds in.
honk.
What's
I
that?
do too. I'm afraid to honk
That's
anymore.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So, yeah.
somebody and the light does turn green, and when
Yeah.
you're sitting there, I can secretly go, "Come on,
I honestly
go."
could not tell you the last time I used my horn.
I
I don't think I'm not sure it still works. It's an old truck. It may not even work.
I don't use
I'll just
it.
roll the window down and yell, honk. Honk.
I don't use it in traffic, but I'll use it when my son's walking out of the house, and I like to wait till he gets right in front of the hood. And then,
Oh.
I'll honk, and he jumps and hates it. But
I did
of course,
do that.
I find
I did
it very
that to
fun.
you the other day. It's a couple
Yes.
weeks ago. I did that to you.
Yes.
You were walking out, and she walked right by my truck. So my horn does work. I forgot.
I jumped 3 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning, Jim, Deb, and Kevin at 7:03. The time has come for Kevin's bad joke worth repeating.
And this is right about the time I look at the joke and go, what was I thinking when I wrote this one out? I'm not sure.
Oh,
So
no.
I apologize for this ahead of time.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's the disclaimer.
Yeah, I apologize for this ahead of time. So a man loses 3 fingers in a horrific accident. He asked the doctor if he'll be able to drive with that hand. Doctor says, maybe, but I wouldn't count on it.
Oh my gosh.
95.5 WFMS, 710 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
So if you have an Easter ham in your refrigerator left over from Sunday, or you have some leftover ham, you're probably wondering, when is it time to throw that out?
Okay,
I'm probably getting close.
Yeah, getting very close. It says it would last 3 to 5 days still in the refrigerator.
35 days?
No, 3 to 5 days. Yeah, you go ahead and try that
Yeah, try that
35-day-old
one.
ham. Let me know how it tastes.
Okay.
If you put it in the freezer right away, it lasts a lot longer.
Sure.
But if you're just, mine's still wrapped up in the refrigerator. So if it's wrapped up in the refrigerator since Sunday, you have 3 to 5 days. Well, today's what, Wednesday? I would say tomorrow is your cutoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I say
Ham
that because
sandwiches for everybody.
I wouldn't want to go for day 5. Day 5 with
It's touch and go there.
5-day-old
Yeah.
ham. I don't know how good it tastes. Because think about it. It was your Easter ham. It probably set out for a little bit. And it doesn't take but a couple of hours for bacteria to start to grow. And then you have that foodborne illness. And
And it was a nice day, probably sat out in the sun, at the outdoor table. I'm just making it even worse.
We
now.
didn't have an outdoor table.
Yeah.
So anyways, if you have an Easter ham in your refrigerator, I wouldn't eat it past tomorrow. I would probably toss that out.
Now,
I mean,
what if
maybe
you
stick
made
it
it
in
into a
ca-
ham salad?
You could, or stick it in a casserole of some sort.
Well,
you
that's
could
true.
add it to like eggs and have a breakfast casserole. Maybe have breakfast for dinner tonight.
Fry it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love fried ham sandwiches.
Yeah, that's good stuff. There's ways to get rid of this old ham.
Yeah. Now, you'll be eating it for lunch and dinner, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. But you got to get rid of it all.
I wouldn't eat it for dinner tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know. I just, day 5, it makes you a little
Now-
nervous.
We had a big ham, and we got the bone-in ham.
Yeah.
So I cut it all off, and I put that in the freezer.
Oh, you going to make little ham and beans?
You're darn tootin', Pally.
Oh, cornbread and beans?
Absolutely.
Ooh, that would be good.
See,
Take that
so many
big old
things.
ham hock, boil that thing down in there with some beans in it. That's good eating.
So many things you do is your Easter ham. But just make sure it's all done within 3 to 5 days.
That's right.
35 days. 3 to 5 days. 95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your Nash News now. The country star moves from the stage to the pulpit.
Yeah, details on that in about 30 seconds. Russell Dickerson and his wife Kaylee are expecting their second child, a boy, this fall. This is good news because if you recall, last September they had the loss of a baby at 8 weeks.
Right.
Clay Walker announced he and his wife are having a baby girl this fall as well. Something's in the water there in Nashville. This will be their 6th child
Especially
together.
at Clay's house.
His 8th overall, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
He's got 6 children with his current wife, 8 from a previous marriage. They're adult daughters. So, yeah, he's got a house
Not
full
8
of kids.
from a previous.
No.
2 from a previous. 8
Right,
total.
8 total.
Otherwise, he'd have like a lot.
Right. Well, that's still a lot.
I know, but it'd be
8
like
total.
a lot.
8 total. Granger Smith announced that he is retiring from country music and will pursue a career in full-time ministry.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's doing a farewell tour this summer, and tickets for that farewell tour will go on sale this coming Friday. Now, he is also performing at Shipshewana, Indiana on April 21st. That's a week from this coming Friday.
Okay.
So if you want to see him before he starts his farewell tour, you can this coming Friday at Shipshewana, Jim's favorite place to go.
That's
Oh, yeah.
right. Yes. He named his farewell tour the River Tour, in honor of his late son. Who died. Yeah.
That's your Dash News now, 726.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin, we thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning.
You know, I have to admit, I don't have a big sweet tooth, but I do like ice cream.
Yeah.
And I'm a kind of a plain Jane when it comes to my ice cream. I like vanilla. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But I love homemade ice cream.
Oh,
There's
do
just
you?
something about the homemade ice cream.
I do too.
The process of it and then
Flavor
just eating
tastes
it.
different.
Yeah, I agree. Well, there's a new hack out, and I don't know if you've seen this online, but it's to take cottage cheese, and it sounds so weird, but you take cottage cheese, you put it in the blender, along with, and you could put any fruits. So this person did bananas. So cottage cheese and bananas, and they add just a little bit of maple syrup to it, just to get the sweetness.
Really?
They blender it together. Is that a word? Blender it?
No,
then
you made it a verb.
Then they put it. Then they put it in a kind of like a thin, almost like a cookie sheet.
Yeah.
And they put that
Baking
in the freezer. Then, so it's thin. Then they took their spoon or scoop and just kind of rolled it. So it kind of rolled the ice cream up a little bit, and it looks like ice cream.
But the whole thought, the vision of cottage cheese doesn't sound good to me.
The everyone that's done it, they said the key is adding that little bit of like maple syrup
Yeah.
or some sort of a syrup to it that gives us that little sweet flavor, but not too sweet. And they say it is the best homemade ice cream they've ever tasted. I'm gonna try it.
Think about it. Your ice cream is based on dairy and cream,
yeah.
so maybe that is what it would taste like.
Jim's a big fan of cottage cheese.
I love cottage cheese. It's
cheese and
very
tomatoes.
versatile.
That's
I guess
kind of
because
your
I
lunch.
think of the lumpy cottage cheese, I just can't even go there
But
in my
it's
mind.
blended.
But once you blender it together, now I'm using your word. Once you
yeah.
blender it together,
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it, Kev?
Oh,
You gonna make it?
absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, we have some ice cream or some cottage cheese, and I thought about making it last night, but I ran out of time. Maybe I'll try to do it later.
So in the video, she did cottage cheese and bananas.
And bananas. But other people put strawberries in it or not even any flavor. That's fine.
With just a little maple syrup.
But a little bit. She said you need that little bit of syrup, that little bit of flavor to give it that sweetness. So,
Or you could just buy ice cream.
Well, that's not as healthy though.
Oh, well.
This is the healthier version.
well, when I get done with it, it's gonna have M&Ms in there and some chocolate chips, and so
You didn't mention the whipped cream.
whipped cream.
Yeah,
So I don't know
that's
how healthy
right,
it's gonna be when I
yeah.
get done with it all. But
Syrup.
give that a shot. It's the newest craze: cottage cheese ice cream.
Hot fudge.
740.
95.5 WFMS. What a beautiful Wednesday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Okay.
Okay.
And this doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
I think it
Three
does.
ingredient water.
Three ingredient. It's water, H2O.
It's water, but then you add a couple of extra things in there because I'm just one of those people. I don't like to drink plain water.
Yeah, you've always been that way.
I always have to have some sort of a flavoring to it. So this has gone viral on TikTok. They're calling it the 3-ingredient water, or you can call it the 3-ingredient pink water because that's what it ends up looking like once you've added in your flavoring. So basically you take your water, which you have, you add in a little lemonade packet. You've seen those ones by Crystal Light or whatever brand it is. You can use the grocery store brand. So you add in a lemonade packet, and then you add in a teaspoon of the Torani raspberry syrup.
Well, you're making lemonade. You're not drinking water now.
You're drinking water flavored.
It's flavored. Well, yeah. But you're getting
That's
the water.
what lemonade is. Lemonade is flavored water.
Apparently, this has only been discovered by the younger generation
Yeah.
because they're calling it
years.
3-ingredient pink
Water.
water.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be the same for tea?
You know what? Go with it, Kevin.
Tea, water, and maybe some sweetener.
You don't have to add in the entire packet, but they're saying if you add in a little bit of that Torani raspberry syrup, which, by the way, I looked this up, that syrup comes sugar-free, so you can make it healthy. And the whole thing's sugar-free.
I'm a Kool-Aid generation kid. We had Kool-Aid. The little packet,
Sugar.
you'd shake it, dump it in the...
I had, what was the orange stuff?
So I guess if this is the
Tang.
case...
I loved Tang.
We had 3-ingredient water in those days, too. It was Kool-Aid. It was Tang.
But you didn't call it 3-ingredient water.
No, that sounds so hoity-toity.
Called it pink pink lemonade. Basically.
Oh, yeah, well, probably true.
Yeah.
And you know what I just love about the the little powder you get in there, and if you go with the cherry or the strawberry, your lips are red the entire day.
Yeah.
So you can carry it around with you a little bit more. So.
Three-ingredient pink water. You know what
water.
that just reminded me of? I also love that stuff called, was it Sunny D? I mean,
Sunny
it's
D?
full of sugar probably, but that takes me back.
That's why it's so good.
Yeah, I love those. I
Yeah.
love those days. And running through the sprinkler, now I'm like having a flashback of a kid.
But you're right about this. This is just all marketing. 3 ingredients.
So the kids
water.
nowadays think they've
not
discovered.
marketing.
I'm drinking water. No, you're drinking lemonade. What are you talking about? I'll have water with lemon and sugar in it.
You go ahead
please.
and knock it. I'm going to have my 3-ingredient pink water over here.
And you'll like it too because it's not just your basic plain water.
I hate basic plain water.
So try the
Hey, Kool-Aid Man.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Deb's got your Daily Dirt and jeans for $673. Who is wearing those?
I know what's the deal with that. We'll talk about it here and tell you who in about 30 seconds. But first, this is a little confusing. Hillary Swank announced over the weekend that she has given birth to twins. A lot of people didn't even know she was expecting. Kind of stayed out of the limelight a bit. But once she made that announcement, and that's Hillary Swank, the actress. Once
Right.
she made that announcement, people started congratulating Hillary Duff's husband.
What's
it's
he gonna
wrong
do?
Hillary.
Wrong Hillary.
Oh, my. Yeah.
Probably like, hey, not me. It's not me. So this is weird. Nick Cannon, speaking of babies, says it would be amazing to have a baby with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he needs to just be quiet
Like,
for a while.
Hush it up.
Yeah.
Like, stick to
He's
your
got like
focus
9
on work.
kids, didn't he? Or something like
Million kids, and he's not even dating Taylor, so she's
Yeah.
probably like,
I
I'm not
don't think
interested.
so.
Also, speaking of Taylor, it's a 673 pair of jeans that she was seen wearing on Monday have now sold out at several different retailers. That's all it takes.
How much
yes.
again?
$673 for the jeans that she was wearing. That's what they retail for. She was spotted wearing them just 2 days ago, Monday, and now they're selling out everywhere. That's the power that she has just in marketing.
The entire jeans inventory at Tractor Supply isn't $673.
No.
No.
I
Wow.
couldn't even justify doing that. I mean, that's more than a car payment. That's like 2 car
It's
payments.
jeans.
It's a
right?
pair of jeans, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's got some designer name.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Crazy.
Like
Husky.
Tractor Supply.
Husky.
828.
Wouldn't be wearing
Tough
husky.
skin.
Tough skin. That's what I meant to say.
I used to wear a pair when I was little, and they were called Wiggles,
Wiggles.
and they had this little butt print that had quotes around them on the back pocket.
Oh, really? I never heard that.
I mean,
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they're not.
See,
in
this is a
business.
good example of us telling you share too much information.
Oh,
sometimes.
shoot. I have
This is
been
a good
accused of
example
that.
of that.
Yes. 828, that's Deb's Daily Dirt. It's sponsored by Mark Dietel Realty.
Thanks, Wiggles.